Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got.
We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started.
And off we go from Cleveland.
And this opening kickoff will not even reach the landing zone. It hits short of the 20, so that's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Down the left sideline. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
But look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
And they'll send Judy in motion left.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Second and 10.
Back to throw. Sanders.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough. With a lot of polish, nice little buffing, this guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Defensively, Ogbanya Okoronkwo made the stop. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7.
Prescott off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Grant Delpit. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42.
Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
On first down, it's Blue.
He'll get this down to the 38. Second and 6.
They'll try and run again with Blue. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Blue. Pushing through tacklers at the 30.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They go with Blue between the tackles. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go. That's it. Here we go, 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Yeah! Here we go! That's it!
On play action, Prescott.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Luke Schoonmaker.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Sanders. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
This is taken around the 12. And he'll be out right at the 35. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Escapes the defender, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Here we 47.
Prescott now from the 50. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And they'll send Judy in motion left. Here's Sanders throwing to start the drive. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45.
At the 47-yard line.
Sanders now operating from the gun. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play it at that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
And they'll send Judy in motion left.
Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Yeah! Here we go! I take 26.
The drive starts with a run by Blue. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's a give, left side, Blue with it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They go again with Blue. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Yeah! Here we go! 26.
To throw is Prescott. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He hits Blue. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. Now Prescott, he's going to change things up here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And Lamb took his game a step further a season ago with career highs in yards, touchdowns, and catches. 135, the most in the league. He wears number 88 on his jersey. That means he is wide receiver 1 for the Dallas Cowboys. The next thing he wants to have, leading his team to a Super Bowl.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 81 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one, and it's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Sanders. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Browns have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They start the drive with a give to Blue. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across. Yard line. 98 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Now Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott now. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
On the give, this is Blue. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Browns drive about to get started.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And the throw's going to be caught. Elijah Moore. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Throwing, Prescott. That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Play action now, Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold. Check and force a punting situation.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Cowboys 14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Now a handoff to Blue running left side.
Loose inside the 30.
And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Cowboys 21. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Here we go. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Sanders.
And he's going to be touched down here.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll look to throw again. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Right back to Njoku. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Slot man moves right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Here we go,
They hand it off. It's Blue. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit? They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Yeah! Here we go!
Here's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes The quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
In motion, the tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Dances by him, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Browns. Jerry Jeudy. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Browns are looking good here in the season openers. They're able to extend their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Prescott. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On play action, Prescott steps away. Oh, Prescott stripped.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
You know, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Sanders. Flushed out right. Runs through the contact. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Looking to throw. Sanders. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
The All-Pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
To throw is Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. Down inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb, 29 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Back to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Osa Odighizuwa in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And they'll send Judy in motion left. 2nd and 15. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Back to throw. Sanders. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. This one thrown deep for Schoonmaker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And
It's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Prescott now. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Ready? Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They need 18 yards here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Browns are able to add on to that lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Under.
Now Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.